Hello, we are the Bourbon Brothers. Thank you for joining our channel. My name is Gavin.
And I'm Jeff.
And today we're drinking George Dickel's Sour Mash Single Barrel Whiskey.
Yeah, so this is some folks' Tennessee whiskey of choice.
That's right.
And others, maybe not, but, Tennessee whiskey is a little bit different than bourbon, but, they're both distilled from grain, so they're at least cousins or what have you.
Sure.
So this is a hand-selected barrel, which I assume is similar to a single barrel pick type selection here. As Gavin said, 9 years old, 103 proof. And, Dickel, they have like a number 8, a number 12, different recipes. So this is, a step up from those bottlings.
Right, definitely going to be higher proof than your normal George Dickel offering. So Jeff, without further ado, let's jump right into the nose. So at 9 years and over 100 proof, this is like George Dickel on steroids, at least for the nose.
Yeah.
Lots of cream corn, lots of popcorn.
Lots of corn.
Yes.
If you see a trend, we do too.
George Dickel is not a heavily layered whiskey, and what I mean by that is it's fairly one-dimensional. I am sensing a little bit of spice here on the nose, which is nice, but for the most part, I'm just getting waves and waves of variations of corn notes.
Yeah, there's some other sweetness tied in there, but it's, corn. Maybe it's a caramel popcorn or it's a buttered cream corn.
Sugar corn flakes, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, audience, let's take a taste.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, at 103 proof, there's a very slight heat, but that fades extremely quickly. Corn at the beginning, slight black pepper, and then time to take your next sip, I guess.
Yeah. It's interesting. When that spice hits you right in the throat, it'll stick for a while, but if you don't get that spice on that sip, it's a little bit on the watery side, unfortunately.
Yeah, and at 9 years, the finish is a bit drying. There is a little bit of that oak on the back end. But again, for the most part, it's a straight shooter. It's a very smooth, mellow bourbon.
Yeah.
Is how I like to describe this.
Mellow would be a great descriptive word here. It's definitely a step up from, the number 12, number 8, standard releases of Dickel. So if you're looking to take your next step in the Dickel journey here, this would be something to try.
Absolutely. If you're a Dickel fan, then, this is a little bit more age, a little bit more proof. So it's going to give you a little bit more
intensity.
That being said, it's still very smooth, very light, and, it's really just those three: sweet corn, a little bit of spice, and a little bit of that drying oak at the end there. Luckily, it's not very expensive.
Yeah, I think it's, $40, $45, so
right.
Not going to break the bank picking this guy up. Got the cool squatty bottle there, so.
Yeah, if you're a Dickel fan, you'll really enjoy this. We are not Dickel fans. It's decent whiskey.
Yeah, we every once in a while like to step outside of our lane and try to expand our palate some. It's a decent whiskey. It's not necessarily something we'll be sipping every day, but, this is one of the better Tennessee whiskeys I have tried, I think.
I would definitely agree with that. So, Jeff, let's wrap it up. George Dickel, 9-year, 103 proof, hand-selected barrel. What are we going to give this rating-wise?
This guy's going to get a C from us. Just a little too one-dimensional. We have a little more flavors than the corn. I think that would definitely help bump it up. It's at a good price, though, and it's something that's fairly accessible. They do sort of, that store or restaurant-type barrel pick, but they also just make a regular hand-selected barrel. So, there's definitely a lot of this out there that you can get your hands on if you want to.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you watching the video. As always, like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed it. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram. And as always, we'll tell you what and what not to drink.
Cheers.